Uh, so if you've chosen to look at this video, I'm sorry that I look so terrible, but my exterior matches my interior at the moment. I look like shit on the outside and I feel like shit on the inside. So there's a balance. Um, Here in California, we have the ongoing presence of the guard. Mostly they're just standing there. The police are the ones who are doing whatever actual work needs to be done. The guard, by the way, was not provided, this is not surprising, was not provided with any place to sleep or anything else, nor have they been paid. At least they hadn't been as of yesterday. Maybe they paid them today and I was unaware of it. But, Trump has a habit of not paying the people that do things for him, which is what is basically happening here. I know from other sources, not directly from them because they're not allowed to talk about it, but I know from other sources, family members, etc., things that have leaked through to various people, that a lot of the Guard members are not happy about this deployment. They don't feel good about it in the way that they did when they were here to help with the fires, when some, Guard members were here to help with the fires, which were, deployed by our governor, not by the president. The president didn't care if we had any help with the fires. As a matter of fact, he's busy right now trying to make sure that he can pull any funding from us that he possibly can. Also, I'll get to Alex Padilla, what happened to Senator Padilla in a minute, but he also, while we were kind of, busy looking at that, at seeing one of our state senators be flung to the ground and handcuffed because he was daring to ask a question. By the way, he was not charging Noam. He was standing there. He was not going up to her anywhere real close to her at all. He was standing there trying to ask a question when they grabbed him and started dragging him out. So anything you've heard on Fox News or any other stupid place that you listen to, that he was charging Noam and she felt no, he wasn't charging her. He was standing there trying to ask a question when they hauled him out and threw him on the ground and handcuffed him. So if you heard that, you heard wrong. And look at the video. And if you look at the video from the start, you'll see he is not running towards her. He's standing there. If we did this to, Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she opened her big fat mouth and started yelling at Obama, I'm going to drag her out and handcuff her. Democrats have not done that in any point in time that I know about, but it's getting done now. So as I was saying, circling back around to what I was saying, Trump has also signed some orders today to restrict our electric car laws, that we're trying to go to fully electric cars. Some other things having to do with, emissions control, trying to make sure that we can breathe the fucking air. Would be nice. I'm asthmatic. It would be nice if, I could breathe. Maybe you feel I don't have a right to breathe. Does this woman have a right to breathe? I don't know. Is that a God-given right that she can breathe? Let's ask our Republican friends about that, shall we? Anyway, that was also happening today, along with what happened to Alex Padilla. So, we've got that, and we've got, them trying to whitewash it over on Fox and even CNN, and act like, well, it was inappropriate. Yeah, it was also inappropriate for you to drag out our senator, fling him on the ground, and handcuff him. It was also inappropriate for that. And, acting like people never asked questions. He was doing his job. So, well, he should have been here casting a vote. Yeah, he's not going to vote for your stupid bill. So, no, he's not going to be there casting a vote. You guys are trying to jam that bill through the Senate. He's not going to vote for it. So, no, he isn't needed in the Senate. He's only going to vote against it. Maybe you want him there to vote against it. I don't know, Republicans. Oh, God, they're so smarmy and so hypocritical. I can't stand them. Anyway, that's where we are right now. Things are quiet, pretty quiet as far as demonstrations. There is going to be a lot of people on the street. There are going to be a lot of people on the street. No King's Day, a lot across the country. And the way Trump is talking, it's like he's threatening force. It's not like it. He is pretty much threatening force for people out protesting, however peacefully, that they even are there. It sounds like he's going to send people after them. I don't know for sure if he's going to do that, but he's, as usual, flapping his gums about this stuff. So I don't know. We need to be prepared. I will be out there. Many of my friends will be out there. We will be out there. And of course, here in California, we're going to have a lot of attention because the Guard and the Marines are all out here itching to do something, I guess. Let's get them. I don't know. I think the Marines are kind of like, why are we here exactly? This isn't exactly what we're supposed to be doing. I think that's what mostly they are feeling, but I don't know. I'm not in their heads. I'm not really sure. I know there are a lot of Trump supporters in the military, so there you go. But that Fort Bragg thing, do you know that they vetted all those people behind him who were there when he gave that speech at Fort Bragg? They asked about their political allegiance before they allowed them into the crowd. Did you know that? Yes. They asked about it so that they would have just people clapping and cheering and going, yeah, he's our guy, behind Trump, to try and make it look like everybody in the military just loves Donnie. They don't, but, a sizable number of them do. And I guess they'll do whatever he tells them to do, which would be right now attack a lot of Californians anytime he says that they should. They're just sitting around here. It is not a good idea to bring people into a place and they don't have anything to do really except stand there, and they don't have adequate places to rest or food or any of that stuff. They don't have adequate provision for them, and then they're just on the street and then just hope it all goes well and nothing gets too violent. No, they hope it gets violent. Every day, Trump, if he prays, and I don't think he does, but he's praying that California will just erupt into a fireball of violence, which means we don't do that. Guys, while we're out there, no throwing bottles, no spitting on anybody even, because what he said, if they spit, we hit. Wow, he can rhyme stuff. He's so clever. So don't get even minimally violent. You know what I think would be really cool if we could arrange it would be as if we had a whole group of people just absolutely quiet with signs, but saying nothing, just standing there staring at these people, or maybe even sitting down, and then I guess, they would probably start arresting people because they were sitting down. But if a whole huge group of people sat down, that would look pretty bad, wouldn't it? They would look pretty, oh my God. But if not sitting down, because, hey, I don't want to be arrested unless I absolutely have to be, and I don't imagine you do either. But just standing there silently. I mean, they're used to being screamed at. Let's face it. Protests, they expect people to be yelling and screaming. How about we don't? I think that would be a cool thing. It's not going to happen, of course, because I'm not running it, but I think it would be very cool and very creepy to have a group of very quiet people just standing there with their signs staring. It would be creepy. And I think we could use creepy about now. But anyway, it's just an idea, probably for the future, because it's not like any of this is going to stop anytime soon, unless they just declare martial law, and, start imprisoning the entire state or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But so King's Day, be very careful. Do not be violent, because that's what they want you to do. So if you're really someone who's trying to support democracy, then you're not violent. If you're just, someone who just wants to make trouble, then yeah, I guess you're going to do violent stuff because you don't really care. You're just out there to mix it up and have a good time, I guess. But we're not interested in you other than we don't want you there. We're interested in the people who are really trying to make a statement and have it heard and not have it be overwhelmed by, oh, there's a car on fire. All right? So don't do that. because Trump is creaming his jeans waiting for us to do that. He is waiting for us to do that. So don't do it. He would just love for California to fall into complete anarchy and be a mess, so he could point to it and go, see, that's what they are. That's who they are. Ah, we must crush them. Ah, he loves to shake his fist. Ah, so. All right, that's where we are. We're in a very bad place. The rest of the country, if you're seeing this from the rest of the country, they're coming for you too, especially if you've got a Democratic governor, because he hates Democrats and he wants to crush all dissent. They all do. It isn't just Trump. Trump can't even focus that long to what, but Stephen Miller and all the rest of them, Kristi Noem, Kash Patel, they want to crush all dissent everywhere. They just want you to put up and shut up and not say a word while they do whatever the hell they want. All right? So if you want to go along with that, fine. I don't intend to go along with it, and I don't know anybody who intends to go along with it. So it's going to be a long haul, guys. No King's Day on the 14th. Sign up if you haven't already. Show up, but be peaceful. All right, that's where we are now.